Hello and welcome to NKTelco Sports. We're here at Wapakoneta High School where the Marion local Flyers take on the New Bremen Cardinals. Tonight's game is sponsored by Minster Bank, Sweeterman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lamb's Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Cy Sweeterman, Carriage Works, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Francis Furniture, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, NKT Productions, and First National Bank. Again, welcome to Wapak High School as we get ready for district tournament action between the Marion local Flyers and the New Bremen Cardinals. My name is Greg Burning. My partner tonight, Ron Cruzy. Ron, both these teams playing some good basketball at the right time as they get here in the good district tournament action.
Yes, they are. We have the number 6 seeded New Bremen Cardinals with a record of 11-13. They come into this game having beat Perry, the number 5 seeded team, 63-54. They also defeated the number 3 seeded team, USV, 72-35. The number 1 seed team, Marion local, come in with a 19-4 record, and they got here by beating number 7 seeded Temple Christian 63-33. And on January 5th, these two teams met at Marion local, and Marion local came out with a 66-30 victory.
Yeah, the first time around, not a good one for the New Bremen Cardinals. They're going to have to make some changes here tonight as a good Marion local team has been playing very well throughout the season, hence the number 1 seeding coming in tonight's action. Should be a good matchup here in the district tournament action. So we'll take a quick commercial break, be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Sweeterman Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Sweeterman purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Hello, welcome back to Wapak High School as we get set for district tournament action here between New Bremen and Marion local. And now for the starting lineups. First for the New Bremen Cardinals. They're 11-13 on the season. You see the coaching staff there. Head coach is Adam Doherty for New Bremen. And the head coach for Marion local is Kurt Guttemiller. The Flyers 19-4 coming into tonight's action.
Now, the starting lineup. First for New Bremen, number 14.
So for the Cardinals, number 14, 6-foot senior, Avery Powers.
For Marion local, number 5.
For the Flyers, number 5 is 6'6" junior Nathan Bruns. He was a big problem for the Cardinals the first time. For New Bremen, number 24, 5'11" senior Kobe Paul. For the Flyers, number 22, a 5'9" junior Matt Rethman. For New Bremen, number 34, a 6-foot sophomore Nolan Bornhorst. For the Flyers, number 24, 6-foot senior Tyler Pranger. For New Bremen, number 40, 6'3" senior Luke Vondahar. For the Flyers, number 32, 6'2" senior Tyler Mesher. And rounding out the top 5 for the Cardinals, number 42, 6'2" senior Grant Haney. And for the Flyers, number 33, 6'6" senior Justin Albers. As we get set for this ball game, we talked about a little bit earlier in the pregame, Marion local undefeated in the MAC, had a very good season. Really gave New Bremen a lot of problems in this first matchup. Bremen had a hard time matching with that size, and Marion took advantage of it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what New Bremen historically has played man-to-man throughout the season, almost every season that Coach Doherty's been there. So we'll see if he tries to match up or
that'll be a tough matchup here tonight. As we get under action, the Flyers, as you would expect, win the opening tip, and Rethman will bring it across. New Bremen does come out in man-to-man, trying to front the big guys down low early on here. Nice ball fake there by Bruns, loses it. Luckily goes over to Rethman. He'll drive the baseline. He loses it as well. Pass tied up, so good aggressive D from New Bremen to start out. They tied up and caused the turnover on the alternate possession.
And that was man-to-man, so, you know, you go the dance with the girl you brought, you know.
That's right. You don't change it out at the last minute.
No.
Marion local, same man defense also, has been very good this year. New Bremen trying to get on the board early. Vonderhaar's jump shot, no good. Fought for inside and pulled away there by Tyler Mesher. Sorry, that was Justin Albers with the rebound for Marion local. Here's Albers, swings it out top to Rethman.
And the guy to keep an eye on is Mr. Mesher down low. When he gets it, it's usually two.
And there's the example we talked about. He had Avery Powers on his hip. And if that's the matchup they're going to have all night, that's going to be a big advantage for Marion. That was an easy bucket for the Flyers to start out. Here's Powers with the point. And defense coming out top, takes the bump from Nathan Bruns and a foul called.
Yeah, Mesher comes in the game averaging 16 points a game, 5.5 rebounds. And if there's any young kids watching the game, you watch him and his footwork on the inside, and that's the way you do it.
Yes, position for him listed as 6'2".
Yeah.
You would never notice. Positioning, as you mentioned, is very good. Aaron pass there from Powers, turns it over. This is the one thing that New Bremen cannot afford to do, as on the break, the ball goes right inside to Mesher. 2 easy layups to start the ball game for Marion.
There's that man again. They pick him up in a 2-3. Well, now it's just straight man-to-man down here.
So Bremen trying to get a shot up here. I don't believe they've, I take that back. Vonderhaar shot on the first possession. Nice move inside by Haney. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled away by Bruns. Marion again, there's that positioning. This time it's against Bornhorst.
You just about need somebody in front of him.
Both sides, right?
And you need somebody
Front and
ready to get there from the weak side, because it doesn't take long for him to get it up.
Foul picked up there by number 34, Bornhorst. They're going to toss it out top to Bruns. Vonderhaar on him. Nice help from the backside by number 42. Grant Haney blocks it out of bounds for New Bremen. So that'll leave Bruns to trigger it for the Flyers. He's fronted underneath by Vonderhaar. Nice pass inside and another layup. That's 3 layups already here in the ball game, all to Tyler Mesher.
Yeah, that was just a nice pass from the strong side to the weak side block.
Almost a turnover there. Haney able to corral it, drives to the bucket, shot no good, gets his own rebound, and goes back and misses the bunny. Boy, he had a free one there and missed it.
Yes, he did.
Back the other way quickly. Rethman down the breakaway. His shot blocked out of bounds. A great athletic play by Avery Powers to save an easy one there for the Flyers.
Yeah, the Cardinals need to stop here on this possession.
Well, I mentioned those layups because they're too good a team, right? You can't keep letting Marion go inside and get chippies like that. Good defense there by Grant Haney, but you'd think you'd want to push them away from the bucket and make them shoot as much as you can from outside. And there's another one. That is 4 straight baskets. Timeout taken on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take this time to quickly thank our sponsors for tonight's action. Keyhole Pizza, West Staff, Lamb's Insurance Agency, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, Carriage Works, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Cy Sweeterman, NKT Productions, New Knoxville Supply Company, Minster Bank, WKKI K94 FM, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, 21st Century Kitchens, and Sweeterman Pharmacies. You know, you talked about bringing your lady to the dance. She may need to get substituted out at this point because we talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, that's a hard matchup, but it's going to be hard to keep Marion out of the paint in a man-to-man defense.
Yeah, somehow you got to make them shoot from outside and hope for the best.
Right.
You know,
I mean, their shooting percentage right now is phenomenal because, give them credit, they make good positioning, but you got to make them shoot over you.
And
there's a tip ball goes out of bounds, so New Bremen trying to get on the board here. 5 minutes to go here in first quarter from Wapak High School.
Can you tell me where that ball was?
I didn't see it coming flying by.
I saw it go by me,
on
but
the
I couldn't
game.
find it. That's what they get paid for anyway, find that ball.
Here's Kobe Paul trying to get the New Bremen offense rolling here in the first quarter. Powers driving, pulls up at the foul line, jumper short, rebound pulled down by Tyler Mesher for the Flyers. They'll quickly advance it up to Rethman. Nice ball move inside, dumps it back to Mesher, and again.
That's 10 points for Mesher. He's got all 5 baskets, and if you add them up, I don't think they add up over 8 feet.
No, they're all right there. That's why I said you can't let him keep doing that. This game will be over in the first half, as it was when they played in New Bremen, because no answer for Tyler Mesher. 3 ball from the far corner. Bornhorst, a much-needed bucket for New Bremen as they cut the lead to 7.
Yeah, they're going to need more of that, obviously, but I'm not sure they can keep up with the inside game of the Flyers.
You mean Mesher? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Here's a 3 ball from the outside from Marion, off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Grant Haney of New Bremen.
Well, they finally forced an outside shot.
Kobe Paul quickly pushes it ahead. Here's Bornhorst guarded by Bruns. Gets it back to Paul. Deep 3 ball. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by number 20 for the Flyers, Nick Tangeman, who just checked in the ballgame. There's another seal inside by Mesher. Good help by Powers, but it's not enough as he gets a second attempt and scores again. He has all the points for Marion Local this first quarter, now 12.
Yeah, he just basically turned that block into a power dribble, and you give him a power dribble, and you're going to have to be a strong individual to stop him from behind anyway.
New Bremen back on the attack. Bornhorst pump fake, pulls up, shot blocked by Bruns. And boy, it sure looked like he stepped out of bounds right in front of us there. Play on here anyway. Rethman now over to Tangeman. Bruns now pull up the 3 ball and knock it down. Nathan Bruns with the 3. The second player in the scorebook now for the Flyers.
Another timeout.
Another timeout on the floor. It's a full one. We'll take a break as well. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
Welcome back to Wapak High School. We have 2 minutes and 56 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1, and it has been all Marion Local Flyers, especially all Tyler Mesher here so far.
Yeah, the good news for the Cardinals right now is the fact that Mesher's on the bench for a rest.
Yeah, his shooting arm is exhausted, I think.
I tell you, he's been running the floor too. He's playing hard.
Here's Bornhorst trying to get something going here for New Bremen on the offensive end. Blickel, who just checked in the ball game for New Bremen, has the ball slapped away, able to recover. Swings it over to Bornhorst. loses the handle, able to recover. Kicks it far corner, Avery Powers, 3, off the mark. Bruns comes down with the rebound and will be fouled. I believe that foul's going to be on number 42, Grant Haney.
That's the 8th rebound already for the Flyers. New Bremen has 2.
Justin Albers checks in for Marion Local. And also for the New Bremen Cardinals, number 44, Brandon Highcamp checked in the ball game. And for Marion Local, also number 12, Colin Everman. Here's Bruns.
Measures back in also for the Flyers.
Good pickup. How did I miss him coming back in? Here's Bruns back out top. And there's an errant pass, some good pressure D that time by New Bremen. They're going to need a lot more of those as the Flyers turn it over. Tangeman will check back in for Marion. Bornhorst walks it up. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Nice crossover by Avery Powers. Tough bank shot from the elbow. Bornhorst with the rebound. Can't get it to go. Mesher with some good chest up defense there. Caused a tough shot. Ball goes back to Marion on the rebound.
Well, Marion can afford to be a little patient here if they want to, with just under a minute and 50 seconds to go.
Good anticipation there. Grant Haney knocks it out of bounds for New Bremen. They'll stay with Marion. Looking to trigger it in underneath. They swing it across. Out top to Koenig. Guarded by Powers. Koenig gets by. Good help defense, and then a little breaking coverage there. Bremen gets a break as that one rolls off the rim and pulled down by Blickel.
New Bremen comes into the game 22% from the three-point line, so that's...
Powers will let one fly from 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Everman. Again, Marion has really held New Bremen to a one and done. And Marion's going to catch a break there as that was good pressure D by New Bremen. Just fell off of Haney's hands and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like a turnover ready to happen there, but fortunately for the Flyers, it went off Haney's hand.
Kobe Paul checks back in for New Bremen, and also Luke Vandahar for the Flyers. Number 24, Tyler Pranger, checks back in the ball game. And also number 33, Justin Albers. Here's Rethman with the ball, and another mishandle. So Marion Local trying to let New Bremen back in this game. New Bremen's really struggled offensively as well.
Yeah, it's the 3rd turnover for the Flyers. New Bremen has just
careless,
one.
Yeah, careless ones at that. You know, the last 2 have just been balls falling through guys' hands out of bounds. Last minute, or under a minute, I should say, here to go in the first quarter. New Bremen looking for some offense. Paul picks up his dribble, able to get it to Vandahar, matched up by Pranger. Here is Brandon Highcamp from the top corner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Nathan Bruns once again. Quickly ahead, Rethman sealed inside again is Mesher.
Just like an instant replay. I got to tell you, Greg, he's one of my favorite players that I've seen all year.
So good for his size.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big, strong guy, and it shows when he's in the paint. You are not moving him. And he does another nice job as Marion forces the turnover now with a 14-point lead with 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, 14-point lead and the ball. So I would expect them to take the last shot of the quarter.
Here's Rethman, guarded by Blickel. Swings it over to Bruns. Bruns picked up nicely back to Rethman. They swing it, open guy. 3 ball, and it's good from Justin Albers to end the first quarter. It's been all Flyers. They're on top 20-3. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
For over 27 years, the knowledgeable, reliable, and experienced staff at Lamb's Insurance Agency has been providing superior auto and home insurance to the people of West Central Ohio and Indiana. The team's understanding of the agricultural community and farming operations is second to none. We support the local communities because we are, well, local. If you are looking for excellent claim service, stop by or call today for your quote. Lamb's Insurance Agency, representing Ohio Mutual Insurance Group.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Welcome back to Wapak. It's a big first quarter for Marion Local. They have a 20-3 lead going into the second.
Yeah, New Bremen cold from the floor, 1 for 13, and Marion 9 of 15. So that pretty much tells the story. That plus they cannot stop Tyler Mesher.
14 points in the first quarter. That's a pretty good first quarter for anybody. And
That's
I'm
a pretty
gonna
good
say he
game for
missed-
anybody.
Yeah, right. I'm saying he maybe missed twice because they were,
Yeah.
like you said before, 4 feet might have been his toughest shot. Here's a 3-ball by Pranger. It's off the mark. Mesher fighting underneath for the rebound is tied up. That will give it back to New Bremen. That might be the only chance you have right now is trying to get a jump ball to him every time he grabs it.
Yeah, he's 6'2", but he plays like he's 6'5", 6'6", strong.
Big shoulders.
Yeah.
That goes a long ways. That height can be very deceiving. Reminds you a little bit of Nathan Morris. He's not near the same size as far as physicality, but he's a big guy as well that has that same kind of frame that plays more like a 6'4" player. There's a steal by Bruns. Going back the other way. And the Cardinals able to stop him at the basket, but he draws the foul.
I think that's going to be on Bryce Blickel.
Moving on for 22, Bryce Blickel is first, came third at the line. For Marion Local, number 5, Nathan Bruns.
That's a third team foul on the Cardinals, 1 for the Flyers.
First one rattles in. Runs a 70% free throw shooter on the season.
That's our first foul shot of the game.
Second one by Bruns is good as well. New Bremen in desperate need of some offense and defense as they now trail by 19. Here's Bornhorst working against Mesher. Swings it out top to Powers. Powers guarded by Rethman. Shot off the glass, rolls around, no good. Mesher with the board for the Flyers.
They're not getting any open shots, and the shots are taken. They're pretty heavily guarded.
Pull-up jumper from Bruns. And he knocks it down, and you're right, Marion's got a good defense to go with their offense, and they're making things very difficult here in the first half for New Bremen. Here's Powers trying to set it up for the Cardinals. Swings it over to Haney. He'll let the 3-ball go. It's off the mark. Chases after his own rebound with a foul underneath the basket against the Marion Local.
Marion Local foul number 33. Justin Albers, his first, team second.
Foul was on Justin Albers, his first. So Bremen will trigger it underneath their own basket. Here's Kobe Paul looking to get it in. Finally does to Bornhorst. He'll face up against Bruns. Tough competition there. He does get it off. Shot, though, no good. And rebound again, pulled down. And we're going to have another foul.
That time they got somebody from New Bremen with a push.
That's going to go against Grant Haney. I believe that's his second. And I'm listing that as his first. I thought he picked one up in the first quarter. I may have missed that one in the first quarter, but I thought Haney got pegged for the one in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Might have been my imagination. It's very possible.
I wasn't going to say that.
It's okay.
There's a high-low action. Bruns to Mesher.
Mesher now with 16, 6:14 left to go in the first half. Kobe Paul. And we got an offensive foul called against New Bremen. That's called against Kobe Paul, so that's a 15 foul now for New Bremen.
I know, somehow New Bremen has to get some steals and turn them into layups. It might be their best opportunity that they have. But Marion just hasn't turned the ball over. They've 3 turnovers so far in the game, and none of those led to any layups.
There's a good inside pass to Rethman. Good recover defense there by Avery Powers. Blickel brings it across the half-court line and draws the foul.
So Bruins has had a couple of nice passes down there off of dribble penetration and then the pass. That's his second foul on Bruns, so he's going to go out of the game probably for the rest of the quarter.
I'm a little surprised New Bremen hasn't switched into something else. You know what I mean? You have a 23-point deficit. You're playing the number 1 ranked team in this district, if not probably in the state or close to it. It's going to be really hard to make that up without some sort of change.
Yeah, well, now it's going to be really hard to change because Marion doesn't have to play against the zone.
True. Well, and I'm not saying you have to sit back in it.
Yeah.
You know, you could trap out of your pressure.
Yeah.
You could do a full court press, like something.
Yeah.
Something has to change here because they're not going the right direction. And as you mentioned, the defense for Marion Local has been solid as well. There's a jump ball called, and Marion will get it on the alternate possession arrow. So it'll, in essence, be a turnover for New Bremen. And you'll see a little more pressure here, a little full court man pick up. Bleckel guarding Everman. Passed over to Mesher. I didn't know he could catch the ball outside of the 3-point line. He's been inside the foul line the whole time. There's a drive inside, and the runner goes by Colin Everman. When things are going your way, even the tough runners fall, and that one did.
Yeah, that hit both the backboard and the rim, back of the rim at the same time, and just kind of stopped and fell.
Here's Powers, swings it over to Bleckel. Marion defense again making things difficult. Here's a pass inside to Jacob Rindler, who just checked in. Open bunny, can't get it to go. Rebound knocked around. Foul on the court.
Now that would be one way to gain if you get the ball inside and draw some fouls on Mesher. They've already have Bruns on the bench. If you get Mesher in foul trouble, it would be a plus. But so far, that's the first time that he's had to guard anybody inside.
Yeah, that foul there was committed against New Bremen, number 42, Grant Haney. That's now his second foul. I believe he checked out. He did for New Bremen. Here is Ryan Koenig, who just checked back in for Marion. Ball slapped around and stolen by Bleckel. Here is Jacob Rindler on the open floor.
Oh.
And he takes an extra step there and turns it back over. Right idea, and Bremen finally got the pressure they were looking for.
He just noticed Justin Albers coming out of the corner of his eye and thought, uh-oh. And he hesitated, and that cost him a travel. But at least they got the steal. They almost had the layup.
Here's Everman, matched up by Bleckel. Bleckel's going to be bumped, or I'm sorry, Everman's going to get bumped by Bleckel. And that'll be the 7th team foul. Excuse me. That's going to send number 12, Ryan Everman, in the free throw line. Sorry, Colin Everman. He's a 68% free throw shooter on the season.
It's hard to believe Nolan Barnhorst has the only field goal for New Bremen so far in this game. We played almost a quarter and a half.
First free throw by Everman is good. And they've really struggled just to even get a shot off on a lot of possessions. You know, Marion's defense, we talk a lot about their offense because it is good, but their defense is right there with it. Second one by Everman is good as well. But you're right, if you just thought we'd only have 3 points for them in the coming up on the 4-minute mark in the first half, that would have been hard to imagine. I mean, Bremen struggling to get anything. And then when they have gotten a couple easy ones, they're expecting the defense, and it hasn't been there.
There's an offensive foul on Powers. Used a chicken wing there.
So 18 foul. They will not shoot for that one because it was an offensive foul. So Marion will trigger it in. An overplay there by Von de Hart. Doesn't come up with a steal. Koenig swings it out top, ball tipped away and loose, but it's going to be tipped as the ball game has kind of went. Nothing's went New Bremen's way. A good effort there by Kobe Paul.
Good hustle play there by Paul. Deflected it, but it didn't turn into over and back because he touched it.
Here's Koenig driving down, shakes the defender and gets the runner to drop. New Bremen still stuck on 3. Scored that early first quarter.
And Marion just keeps right on going with Bruns and Mesher both on the bench.
Here is Boardhorse with a step back 3. It's no good. Tipped around, tries to save it, goes into the first couple rows. Hopefully he's okay. Takes a couple chairs with him, seems to be all right. So that's good to see.
Timeout, New Bremen.
A quick timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break also. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Brand Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialists will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Brand Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
Welcome back to Walpock. We got 3:13 remaining to go in the first half, and New Bremen in a gigantic hole as the Marion local Flyers have been able to do whatever they want here in the first half.
Yeah, New Bremen's down to their last 2 timeouts, so they got to play the rest of the game with just 2 timeouts, and so nothing's going their way right now. But they've been forced into doing that. You got to stop the momentum somehow.
So here's Everman, swings it over to Tangeman. It's knocked out of bounds from Koenig. It'll stay with the Flyers. Haney will check back in. He picked up 2 quick fouls, and also number 44, Brandon Heitkamp for New Bremen.
It's kind of a subdued crowd also, very quiet. You know,
it's tough to not be, right?
I think New Bremen's in shock, and Marion, you know, it's just like this happens every day.
So ball triggered underneath the Flyer basket. They've got Koenig on the floor. As you see, an offensive foul there. Koenig on the floor. Everman, 33 number 14, Jack Beaning. And number 12, Colin Everman. And that last offensive foul, I believe, was against Nick Tangeman.
So Mesher's back in the ball game now with 2:55 to go.
New Bremen with the ball, trailing by 29 here with just under 3 to go in the first half. Trying to get something going offensively, but that Marion local defense has been solid. Here's Koenig with the steal. Goes at the bucket, can't get it to go. Kobe Paul skies the board for New Bremen, trying to push it ahead to not let that defense set up. Drives down the lane, gets it off the glass and scores.
Been a long drought, but he ends it right there.
Everman out top, swings it over to Koenig. And almost a steal there by Heitkamp. Ball still loose on the floor. And the tie-up will force a Marion turnover and give it back to New Bremen.
So Kobe Paul with a layup, and then nice hustle there, diving for the ball. So little things like that, never know. It might. That's the most noise we've heard from the New Bremen crowd so far in the game.
Paul walks it across, gets it to Haney. Out top to Powers. Marion still in man-to-man. Here is Boardhorst. He draws the foul from Tyler Pranger reaching in to try to steal that one. It's just the 6th foul for the Flyers. So New Bremen will trigger it in underneath their basket. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the first half. On our First National Bank scoreboard, Marion local 32, New Bremen 5. It's Kobe Paul looking to trigger it in for the Cardinals. Still looking, running out of time, finally gets to the Haney. Haney drives hard to the bucket, can't get it to go. Tipped up and in by Brandon Heitkamp. 2 back-to-back baskets by New Bremen. Rethman out top, gets by Paul, shot no good. Mesher with the rebound, Mesher again with the rebound. That one blocked by Highcamp, but he'll draw the foul. That's going to send number 32, Tyler Mesher, to the free throw line.
He's a 67% free throw shooter.
Mesher, the leading scorer here so far in the ball game, drops that for number 17.
The Flyers are 5 for 5 from the line so far here in the second quarter, and they've shot the only 5 foul shots in the game.
Tyler Pranger checks back in for Marion Local. It looks like we got some moisture on the court. We'll try to clean that up. Minute 40 left to go here in the first half from Wapak High School. District tournament action.
Mesher shooting for his 18th point of the game.
There you get a good shot of the 6'2" senior. Second one is good. As Kobe Paul gets the ball to bring it across for New Bremen. 1:30 left to go in the first half. New Bremen looking for some more points to add. The ball tipped away and stolen by Tyler Pranger.
I think he's
going to have a foul, I think, called on the floor.
Yep.
That's a tough one when you're on the floor going for a loose ball, especially when they're in the bonus. They're going to walk to the other end. And as you just mentioned, they're, 6 for 6 now at the free throw line.
Yeah, 6 of 6. Nowadays, you have to dive for the ball. You can't just jump on a guy or you foul him in the process of trying to get the ball.
And Pranger, their best free throw shooter at 87% for Marion Local.
And the Flyers are doing this right now without Bruns. He's been on the bench. I think he went to the bench with almost 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And I don't want to leave Max Albers out of that because I misquoted that. Max Albers has taken 10 free throws in the season for the Flyers and has not missed any of them. So the math's pretty easy on that. He's 100%.
That's pretty good, isn't
That's
it?
pretty good. Second one by Pranger. Rattles out. Rebound by Jacob Rindler for New Bremen. New Bremen trying to develop some momentum heading into halftime. Ball tipped around, finally corralled by Bornhorst.
Just tremendous pressure on the ball by the Flyers.
Here's Powers looking for the step back three. Not a lot of room, pulls up from 17, shot no good. Tipped out and pulled down by Rethman. Skipped inside to Mesher, tries to make a tough pass. Cross court to Sam Hulsman. It goes out of bounds. That turnover will give it back to New Bremen. That's a tough one underneath the basket. The angle not real good on that one.
With the half he's been having, I'd like to see him just put that up if I'm the coach.
Here's Kobe Paul, 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball knocked out by Tyler Pranger and off of Kobe Paul.
That's a 6th turnover here in the quarter. 8 total in the first half for the Cardinals.
The Cardinals, number 22, Bryce Blickel.
Bryce Blickel will check back in for New Bremen. Rethman will walk it up to set up the Marion Local offense. Swings it over to Beaning. Beaning, couple dribbles down the lane. Good help defense. Tough shot by Beaning, falls. Can't defend a whole lot better than that. It's just a good shot by Beaning as the lead is up to 30. Blickel tosses it over to Bornhorst. 10 seconds remaining in the first half.
Hey, we don't keep a shot chart, but I'm sure the other team, these two teams do.
For sure.
It's got to be getting pretty crowded in that lane on the Marion end for the number of shots they've taken inside the lane. I doubt if they've taken 6 shots outside the lane, have they?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a tough team to man up like that.
Oh, yeah.
They're bigger than you.
Yep.
You've played them before. You know it's going to be tough in there, you know. And like you said, you got to play with what you have. But that's a super hard matchup. And Marion is taking advantage. Here's the final 5 seconds of the first half. They get over to Pranger. He loses the handle. And he
And
won't
got
get
a
it off.
foul
But I was just
called.
going to say, it looked like we got a foul right before the buzzer.
I think on Avery Powers.
And I believe you're right, Ron. So that foul will go against Avery. And I would doubt they'll put any time back on him, but they might. Judging that nobody's at the free throw line, I'm going to say the clock's at 0, and he'll get 2 free throws to end this half.
Yeah.
Is Tyler Pranger. First one by Pranger is up and good.
8 of 9 from the line so far for the Flyers. Make it 8 out of 10.
Second one off the mark, and that's how the first half will end. All 4 the Marion local Flyers, they're up 38-7. We'll take a break and be back with your halftime stats. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Welcome back to Walpock. The first half in the books. It's been all Marion local. And here with your first half stats, Mr. Ron Cruzy.
From the field, Cardinals 3 of 22. The Flyers 14 of 23. From the three-point line, the Cardinals are just 1 of 6. 2 of 4 for the Flyers. Free throw line, fantastic. 8 of 10 for the Flyers. 0 of 1 for the Cardinals. Rebounding edge went to the Flyers 17 to 8. And the turnovers are pretty much even. For a game, New Bremen averages 12 turnovers. Marion averages 12 also. So they're right in the ballpark as far as turnovers are concerned, but all the other numbers favor the Flyers.
Yeah, really, they pretty much played a perfect half, if there is such a thing.
Yeah,
they did not do much wrong.
It doesn't make any difference who they got in the game either. It seems like it's all the same.
So they're just about ready to start the second half. The Flyers with a 38-7 advantage. And they will have the ball here to start quarter number 3. If you're just joining us, welcome to Walpock High School as we get third quarter action underway in this district tournament action. between the Marion Local Flyers and the New Bremen Cardinals. I'm Greg Burning, my partner Ron Cruzy. Good backdoor cut made by number 33, Justin Albers.
Nice set play there coming out of the locker room. Good for 2 points. And once again, inside the lane.
Here's Grant Haney. Skips it out to Powers. Thought about the three. Skips it back inside to Bornhorst. Shot blocked by Bruns as he pushes it ahead to Pranger. Rethman, three ball off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Vondahar for New Bremen. Kobe Paul will push it. Go right up against the defense and draw the foul.
I think that's going to go on Tyler Pranger. I'm sorry, Justin Albers. That's his third foul. So he's going to come out of the game.
That'll bring number 20, Nick Tangeman, in for Marion Local. Kobe Paul to trigger for New Bremen. Gets it to Powers, back to Paul. Loses the handle temporarily. Able to recover. Haney spins down in the lane. Shot off the glass, no good. Ball tipped around, recovered by Haney. Tosses it up again, no good, and finally pulled away by Tangeman. Bruns pushes it ahead to Pranger. Back to Bruns. Thought about the three. Instead, will drive a little closer, throw it up off the glass and in. Good patience there by Nathan Bruns.
And Mesher shut the inside screen. His guy couldn't get to Bruns, so once he made it to the elbow, he had free sailing all the way.
Bornhorst in the lane, nice move. Gets a shot off over the well-defended Bruns, and he comes down with it. Pushes it back ahead. Everman up and in. I'm sorry, that was Tangeman. As you get a good shot at him there, and things not changing for Marion Local as they started right where they left off in the second quarter.
And that's a 37-point lead, so the clock will keep running now. It's a new rule in high school basketball, girls and boys, during the tournament. Anytime there's a lead of 35 or more, the clock keeps running.
Vondahar knocks down the jumper for New Bremen.
And the only way Bremen can get it back to a normal clock is get it down to 30 points.
And there's an errant pass. Goes out of bounds, and as Ron mentioned, the clock running here as it's out of bounds because of that spread.
So the clock, the only way they can stop the clock now is a timeout or the end of a quarter or an injury.
So Kobe Paul brings it across for New Bremen. Here is Powers getting the ball screen from Haney. Loses the handle for a moment, gets it back, gets it to Vondahar. Vondahar picked up at the top of the key. Nice back cut by Kobe Paul. Can't get it to go. Rebound fought for and ripped away by Rethman. And that has kind of been the MO for New Bremen tonight. Kobe Paul makes a great back cut, gets all kinds of opening there, and can't get the layup to go.
And that's kind of the way the game started out for them, too. They had some nice shots inside. Couldn't get them to go, and Marion turned the ball around and scored on the other end.
Rethman will bring it up for the Flyers. 35-point edge. Ball tipped away and stolen by Avery Powers. Powers didn't see the defense coming from behind. It was tipped away by Rethman. He'll stay with New Bremen. A couple substitutions for the Flyers. Everman and also number 14, Jack Beaning, will check in.
Mesher and Pringer go out.
Here's Bornhorst with a three ball. Is short. Going to be fouled on the shot. So going to send Bornhorst to the free throw line to take three shots where he's a good free throw shooter at 77%. As you get a good shot there of the 6-foot sophomore. Second one by Bornhorst is good. He gets a third for shooting a three. And the third one goes as well.
3 for 3, and Marion did the unthinkable. Foul a three-point jump shooter.
Here's Rethman for the Flyers. 3:20 left to go in the third quarter. Beaning out top. Swings it over to Bruns. 3-ball. Got it.
I think that's his second one of the ball game.
He has played a very solid ball game as you see him knock a pass out of bounds there. Good on the defensive side. Now has 12 points.
And when he's hitting from outside, they are really tough to beat.
Very good.
Because he, being 6'6", he can shoot over just about anybody out there.
Ryan Koenig will check back in for Marion Local. Bremen throws it into Bornhorst, gets it inside to Vonderhaar with the pump fake, can't get it to go. Fighting for the rebound, Vonderhaar comes up with it and scores. Nothing easy for New Bremen offensively here tonight as Vonderhaar is able to get that one to go. He comes out to guard Bruns. Swings it over to Koenig. And now inside to Beaning. Beaning with the ball fake up and in.
So Marion Local 5 of 6 from the field here in the third quarter.
Bleckel throws it over to Powers. Trying to find some space. Swings it out top to Bornhorst. Bornhorst trying to get by Bruns, who's guarded him most of the ball game. Paul over to Bleckel. 1:50 remaining in the third quarter. Jump shot by Vonderhaar, short. Rebounded by Beaning for Marion Local. Pushed ahead to Bruns. He'll pull it back out top. As Marion Local not in any kind of hurry. Koenig wheels through the defense. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Misses again. Gets it again and still can't get it to go. Bruns will help him out as he gets the offensive board and scores. He now has 14 on the ball game. 1:20 to go here in quarter number 3. It has been Marion Local throughout. As they're back to a 37-point advantage. That ball almost stolen by Bruns. Kicked out of bounds. Will stay with New Bremen. Highcamp for the Cardinals will check back in. And also number 33, Justin Albers, will check in. We're now under a minute to go here in the third.
So once again, Bruns and Mesher both are out of the ball game for Marion. And we'll just have to see if that, I'm sure they're not going to come in anymore this quarter. See if they would come back in the start to the fourth quarter or not.
Powers drives through the lane, little scoop and score. Nice little runner there by Avery Powers. As we have the last 30 seconds counting down here in quarter number 3. Koenig over to Everman. Ball tied up by Highcamp. And the tie-up will give it back to New Bremen. As you mentioned, the clock running, so 14 seconds and ticking here in the third quarter.
They got to
down
hurry.
to 10. Paul gets it across just above the three-point line. Down to 4. Gets it to Bornhorst with 3. Looking for some space. It's blocked at the buzzer, and that's 3 in the books. It's been all Flyers here from Wapak as they lead 51-16. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Brand presence is everything. Is it time to create a video that promotes your business? NKTelco has the solution with NKT Productions. NKT Productions can create a national caliber commercial or video specifically to your business needs and demographics. Utilize NKTelco ad insertion and your video is made available to 6,000 plus subscribers in 8 local communities on 23 major networks. Take advantage of the overwhelming traffic that video gets. Visit nktelco.net for more information.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Wapak High School as we get set for quarter number 4. It's been Marion throughout as they lead 51-16 over the New Bremen Cardinals.
Yeah, that quarter, New Bremen 3 of 11 from the field, so their shooting percentage isn't getting any better as the game goes on.
Here's a kick out to Bruns, tipped by New Bremen. Try to get it inside, a little forced entry there. Cardinals able to come up with it.
Marion shooting 60% in that quarter.
Andrew Bowers enters the game for New Bremen. Ball knocked around, recovered by New Bremen. Here's Avery Powers from the foul line jumper, and he knocks it down. As I remind everyone that the winner of this game will go on to play here Friday night against the winner of the second game, which we'll also be covering, which is Minster and St. Henry. And barring some miracle, that is going to be the Marion local Flyers from this game. The pass inside to Mesher, shot blocked by Blickel. And pulled away by New Bremen.
There we saw a little bit of the high-low action. Bruns to Mesher.
Runner in the lane by Blickel, gets it to go. New Bremen up to 20, trailing now by 31. Here's Rethman. Back to Rethman, thought about the three, pump fake inside, wheels through the defense. Looks like he stepped out of bounds, and he did. So good defensive possession there by New Bremen, forces the turnover.
There's something you didn't see very many times, used to be. And now it seems like in the last couple of years you see a lot of stepping on the baseline. They're trying to get that pass from the baseline to the weak side corner.
3-point line, right?
Yeah.
I think that's why you said you see it more now, as you see a nice jumper there by Brandon Heitkamp. Yeah, you never used to see it because that little line didn't exist a few years ago, right?
Yeah. That was a big part of it. But even though we've seen the line now for quite a few years, you see more of stepping on the baseline.
The jumper missed by Colin Everman, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in to push the lead back to 31 for Marion. Here's Bowers, swings it out. Haney thought about the three. Instead will pull up for the 14-footer. Shot no good, rebounded by Tyler Mesher for the Flyers.
The one thing we'll have to see if it's down to 31. It was 29, and we'll see if the clock, the way I understand the rule, it's normal now.
Right.
They'd have to get it back up to 35 again.
Here's Bruns, guarded by Blickel, swings it out top to Everman. Everman pulls up, 16-footer, no good. Rebound pulled down by Blickel for New Bremen. Just under 5 minutes remaining in our ball game. Haney thought about the three, drives right at Rethman, can't get the shot to go. Everman comes away with it. Pushing it ahead to Mesher, good entry pass and a good composed shot there by Tyler Mesher. He now has 20 and leads all scorers.
He's been a little quiet here in the second half. I think he had 18 at halftime.
But to remind everyone, with that last basket, we will name a player of the game for both Marion Local and New Bremen at the conclusion of this game, and those player of the games are sponsored by NKTelco. Pump fake by Avery Powers, and loses the handle there, and it's picked up underneath the basket by Mesher. Rethman will bring it across. We got a timeout for some substitutions. We'll keep it right here. I'd like to remind everyone that these games are played on Channel 3 on NKTelco and also in high def on Channel 503. This game will be replayed on Wednesday, March 7th at 6 p.m. and Thursday, March 8th at 8 p.m. You can also watch these games and many more on demand at nktelco.net. As I mentioned before, the winner of the second game, which we'll also be covering, the Minster St. Henry game, will come back here Friday night at Walpock to take on these Marion local Flyers as they lead this ball game by 33 points with 4:10 remaining.
So Marion made some substitutions there. Mesher's out, Bruns is out. I think Pringer is out.
So this is Koenig out top for Marion local. And Haney steps in the lane there and comes up with a steal. Lays it up off the glass and in. Nice anticipation by Grant Haney with the steal and the score. So Marion back on the attack, 3:45 remaining in our ball game. Going right to the bucket there is number 20, Nick Tangeman.
A nice pass there, 45-degree angle pass right to the block.
Also in the ball game, Marion saw a good pass underneath from Levi Clem, senior for New Bremen.
Number 20, Nick Tangeman, is third, team's third. The line of the Cardinals, number 12.
They're a host of, as we got 3:29 remaining here in the ball game. This free throw going up by number 12, Caleb Allig. While we got a minute, congratulate the seniors for New Bremen. Who'll be unfortunately playing their last ball game here tonight. And they're a host of them. Number 12, Caleb Allig is a senior. Avery Powers, Levi Clem, Kobe Paul, Luke Vondahar, and also Grant Haney. So congratulations to all those seniors for playing a great career here at New Bremen High School. And unfortunately for them, this will be their last ball game here in that Cardinal uniform.
Yeah, it's not the way you want to go out, but it's the way it is.
Here's Beening back on the attack as that ball's kicked out of bounds.
For the Flyers, number 10, Max Albert.
Couple substitutions. Number 10, Max Albers will check in for Marion. So on the floor for New Bremen, we have Bowers, Rindler, number 20, Clem, number 12, Caleb Allig, and also number 50 for New Bremen, Ben Cook. And for the Marion local Flyers, that was Beening. Had the ball tipped away from him there. Also, number 10, Max Albers, number 21, Sam Hulsman, and number 20, Nick Tangeman.
You can always remember back to their sectional game against USV. Very well played game by the Cardinals that night. Nice man-to-man defense, and it was tough on USV. It was almost a reverse of what this game is here tonight.
That ball was tipped out of bounds off New Bremen as number 42, Matt Everman, checks in for Marion. 2:52 remaining in our ball game. Here's Albers. The ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Marion local. Number 15, Kyle Francis, and number 23, Alex Eink, will check in for Marion local as they clear their bench. New Bremen about to do the same. Albers in their lane, shot off the mark. Rindler tries to save it, tips it over to Marion local. Ball tipped around inside him, finally pulled away and stolen by Ben Cook.
So a lot of players from Marion getting some playing time here, some good experience in tournament. Might be helpful down the road.
Ball turned over, picked back up by Marion. As this is number 23, Eink, gets it over to Albers. Albers skips it over. And now back out top to Francis. Albers, ball fake. Francis, three ball on the way, short. And Cook with the good rebound. Levi Clem to push it the other way for New Bremen. Minute 50 remaining in our ball game. Clem wheels around the paint, can't quite get it to go. Good drive to the bucket. Comes back the other way. Bremen tips it around a couple times.
Oh,
and a nice, what a good look there from Alex Eink.
Just tipped that over with his left hand right to the guy underneath the bucket, just like they drew it up.
Nice play for the Flyers. Here's Allig looking to get on the scoreboard for New Bremen. Can't get it to go. Rindler there with the board. He'll be fouled and go to the free throw line.
Number 21, Sam Grossman, is first, team's fourth. At the line for the Cardinals, number 52, Jacob Rindler, shooting two.
So that'll send Rindler to the line to shoot a pair. Minute 18 remaining in our ball game. First one by Rindler is good.
Number 10, Mitchell Hayes, number 54.
Couple more substitutions for New Bremen. Number 10, Mitchell Hayes. Number 50. I missed one of those. Number 32, Nick Wells, also checked in. And number 54, Logan Suchland. Both teams getting in some of the reserve players. A shot off the mark there. Here's Clem pushing it ahead as that one's tipped away and out of bounds with just over a minute remaining. Number 50, Ben Cook, will check back in for New Bremen. So Clem getting ready to trigger it in, gets it over to Hayes. Mitchell Hayes is a 5'11" freshman for New Bremen. Here's Clem, a couple nice ball moves there, pulls up for the jumper, and the senior knocks it down.
Good for him. Comes in his final game and hits the bucket. Now he gets a steal and the layup.
Back-to-back buckets there by Levi Clem. The senior putting a couple of them up there to remember. Max Albers with the three, off the mark. Rebound underneath, scooped up by Matt Everman for the score as we wind down our final 20 seconds of the ball game. It's well in hand, and Marion Local will advance to the district final here Friday night. Here's Clem, 8 seconds to go. Spin move, loses the handle. Ball tipped around underneath as the time winds out, and that's how this one's going to end here from Walpock. The Marion Local Flyers victorious 61-31 over the New Bremen Cardinals. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back with our post-game wrap-up. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
We knew that we could use Hometown Opportunity as an avenue to reach out to people, not just in this community, but across the state.
Hometown Opportunity was my saving grace, honestly.
We viewed it as a great resource for us to get the word out about our company.
I saw all the commercials, billboards, and I thought, just give it a shot, why not? And they offered me a photography job on the spot, which was thrilling because I've been searching for months.
The Hometown Opportunity website definitely makes that connection.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
Welcome back to Walpock, where the Marion Local Flyers are victorious 61-31. Here with your post-game stats is Mr. Ron Cruzy.
From the field, New Bremen 12 of 43, Marion Local 25 of 45. From the three-point line, the Cardinals 1 of 7, Flyers 3 of 9. From the free throw line, the Flyers 8 of 10, the Cardinals 6 of 8. Rebounding edge went to the Flyers 32-16, and the turnover edge went to New Bremen. They had 10 turnovers for the ball game compared to 15 for the Flyers.
Yeah, Marion Local set the tone for this game in the first quarter. 6 of 7, probably 6 of the first 7 possessions were Tyler Mesher, 100% in the paint, and they scored on all of them.
Yeah.
You know,
they set the tone. They got the ball inside. Like I said, the shot chart had to be something ridiculous for the Flyers inside the paint. There probably wasn't enough room on the chart for all the filled-in circles.
For sure. Well, I'd like to again congratulate Marion Local. Also like to one more time congratulate the New Bremen Cardinals senior class, Caleb Alec, Avery Powers, Levi Clem, Kobe Paul, Luke Vondahar, and Grant Haney for a great career at New Bremen. And I'd like to wish the Marion Local Flyers good luck the rest of the way down the tournament trail. Before we go, we'd like to talk about our player of the game. First for New Bremen, Kobe Paul, the senior point guard for New Bremen, did a nice job handling the ball tonight in a tough situation.
Yeah, he probably gave us, the Cardinal fans, the biggest thrill or the ray of hope there with a layup off of a turnover, and then also on the next possession down the other end of the floor, dove for a ball and tied it up for a jump ball. And that's about the biggest noise we heard from the New Bremen crowd. And on the other side of the ball, player of the game for Marion Local is Tyler Mesher. And we've talked about him all night, and I guess we're going to talk about him a little bit more. but he ended up with 20 points, I think, and
yep.
His first half performance basically won the game for the Flyers. They didn't need any more than that, even though he did receive some help from his teammates on some nice passes, but he just seals his defender down low so many times, so effortlessly, and just, you know, he shoots from 0 feet.
Right.
And just controlled the whole ball game the first half.
Again, congratulations to Marion Local as they'll move on down the tournament trail. That's going to do it for us here tonight. I'd like to thank our crew, Daniel Allen, our director, Isaac Sell, our replay, our camera people, Bryce Hamrick, Jeff Henchen, and Blake Terpstra. My partner, Ron Cruzy. I'm Greg Burning. Thanks for watching, and have a great evening.